What I want to talk about today is ordered pairs. Ordered pairs. City, towns, and neighborhoods are often laid out in a grid. This makes it easier to map and find locations. So if you think about, if you think about it, most cities have streets going one way like this, and then they have streets going across like this, and it makes up blocks. It makes it really easy to find things. Let's say your library was right here on this corner, and let's say the gas station is on this corner, and we would label this like 1st Street, 2nd Street, 3rd Street, 4th Street, and then this would be 1st Avenue, 2nd Avenue, and 3rd Avenue. Okay, that's how they kind of call it. We got streets and avenues, and we could say that this is at the intersection of 1-3. Right here, the gas station's at the intersection of 1-3. It's a coordinate grid. Now, we're going to look at it a little bit differently than this. We're going to have things that are drawn out a little bit different. Which one is X and which one's Y? X is this. This is the X-axis. This is the Y-axis. Okay? These are essentially number lines. This point right here is what? It's balanced. It's 0, 0. It's the origin. That's what it's called, the origin. 0, 0. When we do ordered pairs, that's what this is called. When we do ordered pairs, we have a pattern that we follow. We have a parenthesis, and a number goes here. I'm going to just call it X, Y. Notice X is this. X is left and right. Y is up and down. You need to write them in this form. You need to write them with a parenthesis, separated by a comma. Now, if we numbered this out, we'd have like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can keep going. This could be 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. It doesn't matter. It goes on forever. It's just size-wise. That's what we got. Okay. Well, we've got this and this. Where do you suppose this is? This is negative. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. And where do you suppose this is? That's also negative. This is negative 1, this is negative 2, this is negative 3, this is negative 4, and negative 5, and so on. Now, XY doesn't tell us much. It just means that's, if you had an ordered pair that looked like this, 2, 3, and I asked you to plot that point, I would do this. The first number, this is the hardest part of this whole situation. The first number tells us left and right. The second number tells us up and down. And like I said, that's the hardest part. And if you can remember that, you'll be good with this. It's not that hard to remember, is it? First number left and right, second number up and down. Just stick it in your brain right now. Okay? So 2, 3. So we go over to 1, 2, up 3. 1, up, 1, 2, 3. So it's like right here. And it's labeled 2, 3. Make sense? Over 2, up 3. That's what that means. Now, if I had this, though, negative 2, 3, I start at my origin, and I have to move which way? Left or right? Jeremiah? I have to move left. I have to move to -2. So -2, 1, 2, and then up or down? Who says up? Who says down? It's up. It is up. Because it's positive. 1, 2, 3. So it's here. So this is -2, 3. What if I had this? -2, -3. I start at my origin. Which way do I go, Parker? What does the first number tell us to do? Left or right? Negative. I'm going to the left because it's negative. 1, 2, up or down? Down. 1, 2, 3. So right here is -2, -3. And the last one would be 2, -3. First number tells us left and right, so it's positive, so we go to the right. 1, 2. Negative, so we go down. 1, 2, 3. This would be 2, -3. Okay? First number tells us left and right. Second number tells us up and down. Negative, that negative or positive tells us whether to go left or right. So if it's positive, what way do we go? To the right. If it's negative, what way do we go? To the left. Talking about up and down. If it's negative, what way do we go? Down. If it's positive, what way do we go? Up. Now notice something. Every single coordinate pair that would be in this area would be a positive, wouldn't it? Because it's always to the right and it's always up. Every single coordinate pair in this area would be a what? A negative, positive. See, a negative and then a positive. Negative, positive, because it's going to the left, which is negative, and it's going up, which would be a positive. Every single coordinate pair in this area would be a what? Say that again? No, that would be negative because left and right is first. It would be a positive because you're going to the right, and then down, which is negative. And every single coordinate pair in this area would be a what? Negative, negative. Okay? I've created quite a mess here, haven't I? Yeah. It's awesome. So, with that being said, now, I don't understand why, but for some reason our book does not want to teach you or show you that there is more quadrants in this thing, okay? It only shows you the positive one. It doesn't want to show you the negative positive one, or the negative one, or the positive negative one. For some reason, it does not show you that. That's why I drew that whole big ugly mess on the last slide, because I want you to understand that we have 4 quadrants in an ordered paired grid. There's this one, there's the positive one, there's the negative, and positive, negative. Yes. They are called quadrant 1. They are called quadrant 1, quadrant 2, I believe. It's here. then quadrant 3, quadrant 4. That's how, when we get into it a little further, this will be called quadrant 1, this will be called quadrant 2, this will be called quadrant 3, and this will be called quadrant 4. Okay? But anyway, that's getting beyond what I really want to talk about today. So, with the understanding that we are only looking at the positive quadrant, which is quadrant 1, I want somebody to come up here and write what is the ordered pair for the gym. You're close? Come on up. Careful. What did you do? Can someone say what? Can someone tell me what she did wrong? Yeah, she did the up part first. She needed to do the over first. The first number tells us left and right. So for the gym, it would be over 2, up 3. So our thing would be 2, 3. You did 3, 2. Remember, over first, then up. Or down, depending. I'm going to give you another shot. Theater, where's the theater? Come on. There you go. 3, 1. Over, up. 3, 1. Notice, she did this. She has it in that form. Some of you are going to want to do this. Some of you are going to want to make it look like that. Some of you are just going to go. None of these are right. Don't do that. Put it in the parentheses and put the comma there, okay? It's important. Grace, show me where the park is. You have ugly parentheses. You know what? I'm not too worried about it. Okay? It's good. It's 4, 2. Very good. You know what? I honestly don't feel that I need to spend any more time showing you how to do this. Okay? Your homework assignment is page 320. Numbers 12 to 34 even, and then numbers 40 to 46 even. Okay, now one last direction. I believe it is numbers 17, no, I'm sorry, numbers 18, 20, and 22. Numbers 18, 20, and 22, you have to actually put a point on a coordinate grid. So they're going to give you something like this. They're going to give you this. They're going to say 2, 4. Where is 2, 4 on a coordinate grid? You have to actually do, and then it's going to say that it's letter R. Then they're going to say, okay, well, where is R? It's at 2, 4. So you got to go over 2, up 4, and you just have to do this, and you have to do this. I am going to give you the coordinate grid. I have a sheet of paper. You don't have to make one on your homework. I'm going to give you a sheet of paper with the coordinate grid. That's where you do problems 20, 22, and 24, or 18, 20, and 22. Okay? Any questions?